Hey, what's up? Welcome back, guys. How are you guys doing? So I'm making this video to help you choose the right college for you, and hopefully this will give you some insight into what college or university you want to go to. As a first-generation Hispanic student, for me, it was a no-brainer to go to community college because I did not know what I was doing. I didn't want to take on the debt to pay for that, and I didn't want my mom to incur any more stress than she already had. And you know, within a Hispanic household, you either go to work or you go to college. And my mom said she wasn't gonna have a lazy ass in our house.
And a traditional technique known as la chancla. For centuries, the secret of la chancla has helped millions of Latina moms focus attention to each child's unique needs, instill values of fairness and fair play, encourage healthy eating habits, learn the discipline required to excel in academics, moral reasoning.
But you know how Hispanic parents are. So if I wanted to stay under her roof and, you know, go to college, that's what I did. And if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be finishing college on my last semester. So if you are going to college and you're going to community college, there's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, I know. Fiance went to community college. She got her degree. She actually just finished getting her master's degree, which is pretty awesome. And she went to community college. That was not an influence in her acceptance or anything like that. It's all up to you, especially if you didn't do so well in high school and you need to get your grades up. Community college is an option. If you're a sophomore, junior, senior, and you don't know what you're doing, community college, there's nothing wrong with it. You'll save so much money in the long run, especially if you know what you're doing. And if you need to, if you're just going back for your degree and you're an adult now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, community college is and will lay the base for your foundation later on. Also, something important I want to tell you is please destroy that like button, you know, comment, subscribe, like. If you leave a comment, you want any advice or you have a situation you want to talk about, I'll be glad to, you know, reply on it. Just, you know, leave that comment. Helps with the algorithm, you know, and I'd appreciate it very much. So for the first part of college is cost. Cost is a very big factor in many people going to college. And if you go to college, the average for a community college is about 4 to 6K around there a year. And it's not bad because that's very cheap. That's actually probably half, if not maybe 1/3 of the price of a normal university, four-year university. If you take into account that a four-year university is between 8 to 10K, if you make the math, that's about $40,000 for 4 years. Like, that does not make sense to me. Like, back in the days, I guess older generations, I've heard them say college, we used to go to college, it was like 14,000, 15,000 for a whole career. Like, not anymore. No. So with that being said, community college is an option for you. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you make smart, sound decision and you don't want your parents or you don't want to take student loans to take on that debt, staying at home with your parents is not bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Paying for college, you know, and they're helping you with having a roof over your head and food. and you're just focusing on college, that's awesome. Take advantage of it. Not many people get to have that benefit. And if you're doing it all by yourself, more power to you. Community college is the answer for you if you're not having any help. Also, grants, scholarships are a big help. There's many scholarships that you can get, especially if you go and talk to your counselors or you go to talk with someone who's gotten scholarships. They can help you a lot and guide you. I would suggest checking your college site. They usually have a list of scholarships that they're giving out, and you can get a lot of money from it. Also, grants from financial aid are really helpful too, especially for community college. You might end up not paying as much, or maybe you won't pay anything for your first 2 years. That was the case with me. The grants helped me out a lot to achieve what I wanted to do. It allowed me to get 2 associates, and I took advantage of it to a full extent, and sometimes it was hard, but it's doable. I highly recommend community college. There's nothing wrong with it. It won't ruin your reputation, or it won't, in the long run, it doesn't matter as long as you get that college education. Okay, and the second part is find a source that has experience. So someone who's gone to this college that you want to go to, it'll be a lot of help. They can guide you and let you know what the do's and don'ts and how they did it and what worked for them best. Give you an idea. The next one is getting a counselor to help you from that college. You can email them and ask them, hey, is there an alumni or a current student that I can talk to, yada yada yada, and I'm sure they'll be willing to help you. And you just gotta put yourself out there and start communicating with people. The next one is social media. You can just put a post up on your profile or on your social media, be like, hey, does anyone know anyone who's gone to this college or a 4-year college, and give me some insights on how it works or what's best. And I think this is the best help you could get is from word of mouth, and see what they would have done differently or what they did that worked for them. Another one for me was Reddit. I use Reddit a lot because it gave you a community that already went through some of the problems that you went through. For example, for me, I use Reddit for courses. I'm sure you can find someone there who asks the same question about a college, or if it's worth it, or community college. There's a whole bunch of threads. But for me, it was the courses, especially if I had to look up how difficult a course was, what was the workload, and how the teachers were, and how the program was. You can probably search whatever program it is you're looking for whatever college. And this allowed me to see, like, for example, I would type in IT 240 for so-and-so college or university. It'll pop up, and I'll just read the conversations that they had and see what they said about the teachers, the course, the program, how difficult it was. And I think this is the best part of social media now and the internet, is that you can communicate with so many people so quickly and so fast, and you should use this to your full advantage. Now for part 3 is don't look at this as a waste of time, or you're just doing this to please your parents. This is an investment in yourself, and in the long run, this will put the base for your future success. So you'll build up on this, and it'll help you. It'll get you the tools, the skills, and the knowledge you need to succeed. Not just academically, but it'll give you skills on time management. It'll help you develop a work ethic if you're doing this correctly. And I mean, there's no correct way. As you go along, you'll find your way. Now, if this is an investment in yourself, so you gotta be financially sound, and you gotta find the adequate program for you for what you want to do. Don't go to a program because your parents told you to go. No, don't do that. Choose the program for you that you're gonna succeed at, that you're gonna love, that you're gonna like. Because in the long run, if you do something your parents like, and 2 years down the road, you're gonna want to do a U-turn and be like, hey, I don't like this, I'm switching over to this major, and you're gonna be stuck in college for another 4 years. You really don't want to do that. So that's the thing, you know what you want to do. Be assertive. Don't follow anybody else's path, because your parents went to this college for generations and generations. Okay, maybe, but if your parents went to this college, they got this degree, you got to follow your own path. If you want to be a lawyer, be a lawyer. If you want to be a doctor, be a doctor. If you want to be a policeman, be a policeman. Get your criminology justice. If you want to do IT, go into IT. Getting into a cybersecurity, get into networking, get into coding. There's so many things you can do. Just do what you like, And another advice is, don't go to a 4-year university and then come back because academically you flunked. So they kicked you out of college because you went out partying, doing whatever you want, because you got all the freedom in the world now. So academically, I've seen this happen. Or there's been people that I know that just can't afford it anymore because it's too expensive and taking out loans. They're already at $15,000 or $20,000 in 1 year, and you have to pay this back. You can't escape it unless from some miracle reason the university closes because of fraud or other stuff like that. But the smart choice here is community college. If you're not receiving any help or you're doing it by yourself, there's nothing wrong with community college. I think it's the most I don't want to say simple choice, but it's the most smartest decision you can make to solve your problems and get an education. Well, in the meantime, be smart about your money. I hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. It helps with the algorithm. All right.